First budget of a new governor starts immediately after the election. Those of us who have had the opportunity of serving, and all of us have served at some point in time in the Oklahoma Legislature, having had the experience of being a budget chair as Randy has, we have an idea, at least of those areas from which we work most closely, and mine happen to be public safety. The opportunity for us to generate trust among the citizens of the state as to how we spend your money and how a governor proposes and the legislature disposes of budget and appropriation issues is the biggest challenge that I think Oklahoma faces. All of us up here will agree it's going to be tough. Nobody expects Oklahoma to have rebounded by the time we come to begin fiscal year 2011. The Board of Equalization will have met in December of 2010 and prepared an initial estimate of how much money they anticipate being available for appropriations. It is that figure that the governor must use to prepare her budget that must be presented on the first day of session. The Board of Equalization meets again in February and recertifies those funds, and it is that number that the legislature uses for their appropriations. It is going to be, when you come in, it will be a matter of establishing priorities and making clear to the legislature what your priorities are. My priorities will always be the children of Oklahoma, whether it comes to education, whether it comes to public safety, whether it comes to health care opportunities. It will be the children of Oklahoma are our focus, they are our future. Those will always have my budget priorities. But I do think that it is important to know that as we move forward through the next 3 or 4 years, I will continue to push, and as I've said previously, will take in other forums to take to initiative petition the opportunity to change the way Oklahoma does its budgeting. Our budgeting process right now is about 50 years old. It's time for us to see if we can do better. It's time for us to see if there are different ways or better formulas and econometric models that can be used to help us estimate the amount of funds that are available. It is time for us to see if there is a way for more legislators to be involved in the budget process. It is time for us to move to a 2-year budget cycle, or at least have a session where budget is the most important thing. It is the only constitutional requirement of the legislature. We don't have to pass any new laws, but we have to pass a balanced budget. And I would continue to urge the legislature to take up budget issues first, because that should be the priority for the people of Oklahoma.